Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. Listen, we have you on because every other episode we just talk at each other. So, you can talk as much as you want. It's fine.
All right.
As long as if Ray doesn't have to talk and doesn't have to steer the ship off the road like he usually does.
Yep.
Then it's good. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Good, because we drive it straight into a volcano usually. So,
Except for that's the heart, Tim. And that can never be mended. You know that. The heart always breaks.
God, dude, one of your girlfriends take care of that for you.
No, they usually go, well, thank you for the free meal. Have a good day, sir.
Ray is a 60-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
I am, yeah.
If anyone doesn't know.
Nice.
His references are like way older than they should be for someone his age.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I would love to see that fight. And I would be rooting for Greg Hardy the entire time.
Funny thing, if you've ever wanted to see me in pain at any point that we've been hanging out, today's your day.
Ray, they see you in pain every time you do a set.
This is true.
Damn.
Yeah. So Thomas has seen it and Tim's never seen it.
No.
It was basically if Mortal Kombat was a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon. Like
Yeah, exactly.
they had like they had a Native American character on there. They had they had the street tough black guy. Like they had all the stereotypes. WMAC Masters.
There it is.
It's such a.
So you're
cool
saying it
show.
doesn't hold up? Is that what you're trying to
It
say?
does not at all.
It doesn't look fit full, Ray. Let me see that glass. No, Ray, top it off.
This is like goddamn amazing.
You got it.
No, I just want you to follow the rules. What happens if you don't follow the rules? The wheel gets you back again.
This is true.
Why don't you two fight each other? There you go.
I've been
We've
thinking
talked
that,
about
but
it.
I didn't want to say anything.
We have talked about
I'm
this
still at a
for
shit.
years,
I can't fight
man.
anybody right now.
I am
used to a
so
9-year-old
down.
right
I will meet him at a weight. I don't care if I have to gain weight to fucking fight Tim, but it would mostly be like it would be a rolling match in the cage.
Pretty
like
much.
somebody would take someone down.
What's crazy is out of all of us, Tim looks like he's most likely to be the wrestling fan.
I see so many fucking guys who look like Tim Danko at AIW shows. It's not even funny, and I love I see him. I'm like, I want to buy him a shot, but it's not Tim, and I get sad.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be a star, obviously, and that's what they wanted to happen. They want him to get a big win in London. They were hoping that was going to happen. I mean, did they give him somebody they think he could beat? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Vargas isn't tough. Vargas is a tough guy. And yeah, Pimblett was a big favorite. But that's what they wanted to happen. They want this kid to be one of the next big stars, especially in the lightweight division. And now he's won two fights, one by knockout, right, and one by submission. So now he's going to fight somebody tough. And that division's super stacked. So there's tons of people he could fight. Before you put me on, I'm screaming at my microphone because you didn't put me on. I'm like, she's Mexican, you racist asshole.
I don't know
Spanish, you monster. But you didn't put me on because you wouldn't talk wrestling. He had two. I only had one fight. He had two fights, but my one fight lasted longer than his two fights combined by like a lot. I think these both of his fights were inside of a minute.
And how did your fight end, Tim?
I got TKO'd in the second round. There's a lot of guys, strikers that have just became fantastic at takedown defense. I mean, Anderson Silva was good at it. Like Junior Dos Santos was good at it. I mean, those are just the first two I think of. But there's been a lot that, I mean, if you're a striker like that, you have to have good takedown defense. There's been a lot of guys who have great takedown defense, and he's one of them. However, I mean, Robert Whittaker is a striker first. He's not a wrestler. And however, neither really is Cannonier. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't really expect Cannonier to fight him that way. I'm excited to see that fight, though. I don't expect Izzy to lose at all, but I like Cannonier a lot. And he's a tough guy, so I'll definitely watch that fight. But if either of us touch the other one's liver, we'll die, Ray.
Probably. That'd be fine. I want to be the first MMA death of like a true amateur, where it's like the worst fight ever. How
bad would it be if you got
MMA fight, bro?
Killed in the cage. You got killed in the cage by me.
Yes.
His liver exploded.
Hello, everybody. Bro Plata on a Thursday. Like, share, subscribe, do all the stuff you need to do. Ray Highclack, Tim Danko, right over there. Pulse probably working, and Today's a fun-filled, jam-packed Funaroo show. Hope you enjoy it. Tim, how are you?
I made the decision today to just give up.
Okay. What's wrong?
Normal stuff. Really, just
I'm sorry, buddy.
just why try? And it was weird as you figure, like, Tim, we've been watching you for 4.5 years. Well, no one actually has, but let's say hypothetically there have been people who have been watching for that long. Like, it seems to me that you haven't been trying at all, and the truth is, not really. But I could try less. Like, there is room to try less
Oh,
and to give up more. So I feel like just it's fucking.
Well, Tim, it was nice knowing you. No, okay.
I'm not. That's not what I meant, Ray. I didn't say that.
I mean, I have to carry the show now, so it's gonna get there.
That's what you want. You just want someone here to talk fights with you because you think, for some reason, you think we get more views when we do that. Although that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that's the subject matter of the show mostly.
I know, but like, what would have to have happened for like we on an episode where it's just you and Pulse, we've had more views than say the last one. But you know what would have to have happened for that to be because of your content? Like, people would have to be actively calling each other and be like, they're talking about fights. It's a coincidence because
Well,
they
press that share button, and that's what we want them to do.
It's but it was a coincidence. Like, every other time we have more people than usual, and it's nothing about the content. If it was multiple shows in a row, Ray, that's not true because it doesn't make sense. Because what you're saying
is that knows no logic, Tim.
In the middle of the show, like, one of the reasons I'm giving up is because every time I do this show, I don't know, I'm just frustrated because I feel like Ray's gonna annoy me, and it's not really his fault because he's just being himself. I don't blame you, but I'm just like, oh man, is he gonna? And I shouldn't feel this way. I should not feel this way, and I don't want to feel this way. But every time I do, I'm like, what's he gonna fucking say? Like, if I say something, he's gonna go on a tangent that's gonna make you want to pull my hair out. Like,
well,
the eggshells come out every time I do this show.
Why though? That's a question.
Why? Well, I haven't I don't save screenshots. I'm not a psychopath, but there's reasons. Nothing specifically. I'm not saying you did anything specifically lately, at least. I mean, it's just I always feel that way. It's not your fault. I'm giving up. I'm just saying.
But the eggshells, though, like, that's the weird part, and I feel like it holds
not weird
the show
because
back
there has been multiple times where I make a joke and you're like, actually, and I'm like, oh god, no.
Well, yeah, because I want to factually get it out there because we are news.
Because I was just trying. There was a joke I said to you today that I really thought I was going to get some backlash for, and I forget what it was.
Was it the Lincoln Park one?
No. If I have my phone, I do have my phone, but I don't remember what it was. I was just saying that my doctor was going to tell me to stop seeing you. He was gonna prescribe
me. What did I do after that, Tim? I joked with you
to end my friend. I know you. I mean, listen, it is a joke, and part of me thought he was going to get mad about it.
I can always tell a joke. I mean.
Yeah, but the thing is, and lately you've been all right, but there have been times.
Oh, I mean,
this isn't coming from nowhere, right? This
know.
It's not coming from nowhere. And I still never know. And again, I'm not blaming you. It sounds like I just came on the show just to give you shit. I didn't. This was not even something I was planning on talking about. But there have been times that there have been. I'm not mad at you. I want you to know that.
I'm not saying you are.
But there have been times that make me like, if I don't know what kind of mood you're in, and I know it's possible that you can get in one of those again, and then I just and I don't know that when I'm texting you. So when that happens, I'm afraid always afraid that you go back into one of those and I'm going to get a whole spiel because it has happened before.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that it isn't ever gonna happen again.
Right, it has happened and it will probably happen again. So that's why I do worry a little bit every time. Now, do I think my clip is about 80% okay? Yeah, but there's that 20% that I'm like, this could ruin my whole day because it has happened before.
No, I don't give a fuck. It's again, I've mellowed out because I've had to. That DUI did not. Oh my God, I got to tell you about that also. But before we even start talking about anything,
You got another one?
because my bosses don't watch, so I can talk about this shit. But no, ever since that OVI, like I have chilled out exponentially ever since it like settled in that it was what it was, and I had to kind of accept where I was.
I've had a very hard time doing that.
Very. No, I'm not saying it wasn't the roughest fucking time ever getting through it, but I got through it. I feel like I mean, yeah, I was an asshole for 2020 pretty much until fucking this year.
And I should get the credit for picking up my phone and reading text messages like, this isn't my fault. The only reason I'm getting this is because these people are greedy bastards. Like all this stuff. I'm just like,
When did I send that?
oh, all kinds. You all the time. You basically said that wasn't your fault.
What?
That you got the DUI.
Oh, well, yeah, again.
You blamed everybody but yourself for a long time.
Like a good alcoholic should. Like a good alcoholic should,
Right.
Tim.
And like a good alcoholic's friend, I just go, I'm not getting into this. Moving
But then you do the same thing, saying you're perfect and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, but I'm clearly joking.
I know. But no, yeah, for a while, yeah, I couldn't accept it. And then
So what I'm saying is we're trying to help each other grow. That's what that's basically what I'm trying to say. That's what the show's all about. Is we're just trying to be better people. And I've given up. I just told you that. So maybe I won't try anymore.
Don't give up, Tim. Keep yourself going. I love you. Alan loves you.
Chest hurts. I just found out today that I don't know. My last echocardiogram was like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. But I never knew this. I was never told this. That my I'm sure I had the results somewhere, but I didn't know. But my heart strength was in the low end of normal. I didn't know that. So now I'm gonna have to have another one. So that's fine. I did not like my cardiologist appointment today. I mean, nothing happened. But all we did was schedule a test, but I didn't really like. He didn't say anything. He literally said to me, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Fuck, test, dude. You're the doctor. I don't know." Like, but
well, again, we need to get you in the gym.
I don't know if I could physically do it. I'm afraid to go to the gym. No. I'm saying I'm afraid to go work out before I have a stress test.
I could understand that, but after the stress test, we need to get you in the fucking gym.
Yeah, or something.
Because your heart ain't going to be able to supply 700 pounds and your body fucking welded to the back of a couch.
I will probably get the 4 bills before I turn it around. Or maybe at that point, I probably just won't. And like I said, I have given up. I
want to get now. You make me want to buy tomorrow DDP yoga just for us, and make.
I'm gonna do it. The only way I would do it is if he showed up at my house.
I mean, okay, send videos of yourself walking around and how
it only works if you do it. You got to be like, my friend's dying. You gotta help him.
He wants to give up. I know he jokes about it sometimes, but he hasn't left his. He's become a breach troll.
Every time we talk about him taking responsibility for his health, he just talks about how much of a piece of shit I am.
Yeah.
He blames me for some reason.
Yeah, he always blames me constantly.
So I stress him out too much to exercise.
We've tried. We even brought a forklift once to get him out of the house.
Mm. No, dude, I'm dying in this house like Gilbert Grape's mama. Just light the thing on fire.
Same size too.
Get in there, man.
We need to get you in the gym.
I need to go to a dentist before I do anything. My face is deteriorating, and it's actually really alarming.
Because you're unhealthy. Your body is dying.
It is. That's why I say I'm giving up. Like
Don't.
you wouldn't be able to tell like how much of bone density I've lost on the right side of my face. You can't tell that much because of how fat I am. If I wasn't fat, you'd be able to tell. So I have to stay fat so people don't know.
No,
I got a
Tim. We need to
lopsided
get
face.
you
I'm gonna get
fucking. I don't want to have to rebrand this show, and it's gonna have to be rebranded.
I mean, if I die, you can keep Rubber Plot.
I wouldn't be able to.
You just have to have a still. Really, you're gonna disrespect me by
No, it's out of respect because this
No.
is our show. I'm not gonna go
No,
on.
you need to always have a second window of just like a mannequin that looks like me. But at all times, you need to talk to it.
I'll just have Pillow Tim on my shoulder. He's
Yes,
upstairs.
That's right. Pillow Tim needs to be, and Pillow Tim hasn't been here a while, so that's one of the reasons I'm giving up because clearly you've given up on me. You've given up on Pillow Tim. So
I haven't given up on Pillow Tim. I see him every night.
yeah, God, no! What are you doing to Pillow Tim?
Scissors were a wonderful thing.
I'm gonna say there better not be a hole in that thing.
Mas, you can call it Bro Plata.
This has been the best opening in any of our shows in a long time. I really am sorry anyone was watching it. Moss, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know.
The gold standard right here.
If ever this show became, hey guys, let's talk about the facts right away. Fake energy. I love everything. You didn't just shoot.
I will say we could. I do want to talk about the like Molly retiring because it was long overdue. Like, can we just
long overdue? She's 34.
But I'm talking about just. She's won what? One of 4 fights out of 5.
You don't have to win to be a professional fighter. Especially in the UFC, all you have to do is be popular. I'm actually surprised they didn't give her some fucking tomato can out the street so she could win in front of her home crowd. I'm happy they didn't do that. They gave her somebody on a week's notice, but that girl kicked her ass.
And then twerked on her on the corpse of the career.
I mean, we shouldn't be giving her shit. We should be. I mean, it's really hard for someone to know when they don't have it anymore. A lot of people go too long and gets really sad. I'm looking at you, Tony Ferguson, right? He's not the only one, right? There's a lot. Donald Cerrone's coming back. So, I mean, like all of that, that's ridiculous. But at least she knows that although she's only 34, there's probably people she could beat. I'm sure there's people she could beat in her division. But she's not where she wants to be, so she's like, that's enough of that. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. So good for her. She did.
Yeah, I'm not saying
she did it where she wants to do it, right? I mean, I don't know when the next time she'll get a chance to fight at O2 would be, right? So that's, or even in London at all. So that's where she'd want to do it. So I'm sure she probably had one foot out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, and thought, unless I beat the fuck out of this girl, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, and she didn't get it. She got like no pun intended. She got mollywopped by that bitch.
You say mollywop right now, and this is why I'm giving up, everybody.
I did apologize
Also,
in advance.
I gotta stop gambling. I lost 2 bets on Saturday. I mean, not like not like my life is over bets. They were like $20 bets, but like I just got to stop. Because I won one the other day, and I'm like, I'm gonna win some more, and I didn't. But one of them was a parlay. A parlay I put like $11 on, but it was Holland, which started out nice, and then Allberg started out great. Dude, Sean Brady looks so fucking good.
He did.
And I think if you want to do the scale of how much of it was him looking good and how much of it was Edwards looking bad, I give all the credit to Brady, all of it, because he's fucking smothered I mean, Leon Edwards is great. He really is. but stylistically a horrible mismatch. I really didn't think it was going to be that bad. I actually picked Edwards to win. I thought he was going to win a decision because I thought it was going to be hard for Brady to get his hands on him. It wasn't. He beat the fuck out of him, man. I can't believe how good Sean Brady looked. And now all I want in the world, I don't even care about the title fight that's happening next with Muhammad and Del Madalena. I don't give a shit about that. All I want is Robin. What's his name? The fucking Kazi. Rachmanov, right?
Oh, Shavkat.
Shavkat Rachmanov and Sean Brady. That's all I want. That's what I want. I don't give a shit about the title.
That would be hot, dude.
I want it. I mean, I do know that below Muhammad knocked out Sean Brady, but you know what? I take Brady if that happens again. I do. I would Belal Muhammad. I expect him to win his next fight. I do, and then he'll probably fight Rachmanov next. But I want to see Rachmanov and Brady fight so bad.
That would be a foxy ass fight. That'd be such a sexy fight.
I don't know who I have because we haven't seen Rachmanov that I can remember fight anybody like Sean Brady. Because there's only one guy in the division like Sean Brady. So you never know. I mean, you think, yeah, but God, other wrestler guys who try to wrestle, you know, he's been fine, but he's not the same. Not the same. So who knows? I mean, look what the fuck he did to Edwards. And like Usman didn't do that to Edwards in 2 fights.
No.
But Brady sure did.
You could tell also Leon was starting to get broke. Like,
yeah, but I mean, that's all. That's what he did. He did the. That's what I love about wrestlers when they do that to you. It's my favorite kind of fight to watch. A dominating fight like that from a wrestler because he does the whole drags you into the sea and just. And that's 100% what happened.
Yeah,
he against a great guy who just lost a close fight for the title, who had defended it multiple times before that. Edwards is really great. He's one of the best fighters in the division, one of the best welterweights we've ever seen. And that's true. And then, but what he did to him, oh my God. If you didn't know, now you know. And I hate saying that because I think that Dana has, what's the word I'm looking for? Appropriate culture when he says that. But anyway, he takes the man's head, puts it underwater, drowned him. And that's for the fact that I honestly didn't see I did eventually, but live I did not see the submission because I turned it off. Once I realized I was going to lose in my bet, I was pissed.
Yeah,
I on my other bet that I also didn't win, which was basketball. But
I got my Caesars $10 bonus bet, and I did a 4-leg parlay. All the main event or all the top 4 main event part of the fight card. What?
You said a really hard time saying that. Like
I did.
The last 4 fights, dude. The last 4 fights.
The last 4 fights. Yeah, for some reason my head went somewhere. I don't know where that was. I had a stroke, maybe.
You might have.
I have been drinking a lot lately, but you know.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, that I don't want to talk about on the show because it's
okay,
dark.
Is it? Is your sluttery backfired?
No, luckily, no. I haven't caught a burner. I really haven't gotten laid. Like that's
good.
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
you need to always. Well, that makes me feel better actually, because I do worry about the things you do when you feel like you need to. There's a lot of. It gets very dangerous.
No, usually the right side of my body gets a workout and then we're done. You know, like.
Well, yeah, same here, but like, it's usually more dangerous. That's usually more dangerous for women, but not just. It would be a lie to say it's never dangerous for men. You never know what you're walking into.
I'm more. I don't know. I'm 35 now, so it's like you look at it, you're like, am I gonna just chase all the time? No, I'm not. No, I love pussy way too much, dog. Like I love sex way too much.
Gross.
It's fun.
Gross.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I just want to find like people to vibe with at this point.
If someone said
I move out to Vegas next year,
someone said to you can never have, I don't know, what's your favorite food? You know, it doesn't even have to be your favorite food. Hot dogs. No more hot dogs and no more sex. What would you pick? Me, I would keep the hot dogs 100% easy. You're telling me I'm never gonna have because it's already been a while. Now you're gonna tell me you're gonna take hot dogs away from me? Nah, no, don't fuck no hot dogs.
That's an easy choice. I mean, that's a very easy choice. I immediately will be one of the healthiest people on the planet as I'm fucking away.
Yeah, I feel like most people would pick that, but and for me, honestly, I would 100% pick the hot dogs.
I am not. Comment down below if you're watching afterwards as well. Would you give up sex or hot dogs? That's I'm saying sex, bro.
Or whatever your favorite food is. My favorite food isn't hot dogs, but hot dogs are like I guess I said hot dogs because I'm like that's how far down the list. like the food I would be willing to give up would be like olives, something I don't even like. Like it would be like that.
Not to sound weird, but like I've just been impoverished my whole fucking life, basically. Like my whole like 20s and 30s, or early 30s, I had no money. Like now it's as long as I can get my dick wet in something I like and I can trust, I'm in. Like, let's go, baby. Like, let's fucking party. I'm down. Like, let's go. But I'll give up food for it.
Whatever, man.
Certain
I'll be in Vegas eating fucking dirt dogs. You fucking.
That's fine.
You can get in some fucking old gross.
I'll be getting my dog dirty. What's up?
Old gross North Vegas stank.
Probably Henderson. I want a little bit more class than that. I mean, they have their own minor league hockey team, so they're.
Something tells me that you won't care that much.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. There is a big, like, there are standards I have. Are they small? Yes.
Although I will tell you quickly, I don't know for sure. I don't. My participation in going to Vegas with you is still on the fence. I want to go, but something is. I'll give you this answer though. By the time the Frontier flights come out, if they come out in May, I will have my answer by then. So it won't be. It's not holding us back at all right now. But I still am technically on the fence.
Okay. I mean, I'm going no matter what. So.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't matter. But I do want to go. It's just. I don't know. Well, I'll be honest. It's Alan's thinking about going. And I don't know when, and he thinks he can get comps from his brother-in-law who like goes hard, so he gets all kinds of crazy fucking comps.
Okay.
So and if that's the case, I'm like that would save us a fuck ton of money. So that's the only reason. Now, what I originally was like, just come when Ray and I are gonna go. Just come when Ray and I are gonna go. Right? That was like when I like that would just be fine. But I think that's already out because he wants to see Penn and Teller so bad that he doesn't want to go when they're not playing.
I mean,
unfortunately, they stopped playing in like August.
JetBlue is $300, but we have to stop in Boston first.
I didn't see that. I mean, I saw that flight, but I didn't see that price. I don't know where you're getting that price. The
It's
price I saw was like
on Google.
Every time I looked up Google, it was for something. I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm just saying every time I looked.
Probably is that. Well, what you're looking at is the flight back. There's a flight underneath.
Well, they're combined. I mean, you have to pick both, and combined it's like 4 something.
Yeah, so it's like 7 something, or 411, or whatever it is. I think I got that. I have notifications for it going, bro. So it's like,
even the ones they have out now for the ones for August, they're like 340.
Yeah, but again, it's
better than 540. But
you kind of have to look at it too, as you're looking at it from a point of view of travel days. Like everybody's gonna be traveling on Labor Day. Everybody's gonna be traveling on that, and then the shit's gonna nobody's gonna want to spend a fucking dime to go to Vegas on Frontier.
That's the reason why. Yeah, I mean that is the reason why that is a cheap week for hotels too. It's gonna probably be a cheaper week for.
Oh yeah,
especially if you book it at the correct time. But yeah,
if you and Alan go and I just meet you guys places, I don't care. I'll fucking get my own fucking room.
I told him it really
just come
depends.
back in.
The only thing we got so far is that he got the okay from his wife. but he also doesn't know. She might be coming. She might not. It might be him. He might bring the whole. He might bring the whole family. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying don't do that, but his kids are young. I don't really know like what they would do.
Yeah, Vegas Vegas should be for like teenagers usually who
Yeah,
can like
I mean,
hang out by the pool.
Right. His kids are like 6 and 3. That's like,
Yeah, they haven't reached. No, like if they're 13, 14, 16, yeah, bring them to Vegas and have them just
even
hang
if
out
they
by the
were
pool.
9 and 6, I'd be like, that'd be okay. Like my nieces would be fine. I mean, there's arcades and shit. They find shit to do. There's pools and an arcade. Pools in an arcade is enough.
Yeah.
4 days for a kid.
Yeah.
It might even be for a little kid, but I'm just like, I don't know, because then you can't go to dinner and stuff. And then, I mean, I don't know. They might. I don't know.
That's why, again,
I have no idea. And it might just be him. It might be his whole family. It very possibly will be him, his wife, and his brother-in-law. And his brother-in-law comes. He apparently can get whatever he wants. He's got some of those comps. So and he always stays at the Cosmo. So
nice.
I'm like, he can get us 3 rooms at the Cosmo. He's like, he says he can. I'm like, holy fuck, that'd be amazing. So he's like, don't get your hopes up too much. You never know. I'm like, yeah, but you can't tell me that and think I'm not going to get my hopes up. Even if I'm trying to be conservative and being like, even if it's 50-50, I mean, the chances, I mean, that's like, like a room at the Cosmo for 4 nights is like $1,200 or more.
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, if I see a first deal, no offense, I'm hopping on it as a solo. Or I'm sending it to you and being like, this is what you owe me if you want to be there.
Well, that's completely fine. What I'm saying is the only thing that sucks now is that by the time the flights come out, the sales will be done. But
yeah, but the flights will be cheap no matter what. I mean,
and there always will be an option. Like we'll always be able to afford, Bally's or although the cheapest option right now is Excalibur. But
I mean, the Strat's like 35.
I'd stay at the Excalibur, but I don't want to
stay at the Strat.
One of the reasons I don't want to stay at the Strat, besides the fact everyone tells you not to, is that it's so far out from everything else. That's huge. Same thing with Rio. It's just not, you can't Uber to everything. At least Excalibur is close to
everything from the Rio. It's across the bridge, kid. Like it's right there.
I'm not gonna walk across the bridge in 100-degree heat.
Yeah, that's why you Uber places.
No, did you hear what I said? I said you have to Uber everywhere.
Oh, I thought you said you can't Uber places. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
No, you have to Uber everywhere.
Okay.
Anyway, but I said at least the Excalibur, it's it's next to Luxor and Mandalay Bay and Virginia. First thing Alan looked up is who has the best pool, and the internet told him Mandalay Bay has the best pool. He's like, oh no, he wants to like, what about Mandalay Bay? I'm like, recently I just watched a walkthrough video of it. It doesn't look interesting, and it's such on the far south end of the strip. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't stay there, but the positive is that it has that really cool speakeasy in there. It has like really good bourbon drinks apparently.
Yeah, but
that'd be but I think I don't know. It's a toss up. I have no idea when we're going. I don't know. Hopefully but I hope it gets knocked out in the next couple weeks. And if it doesn't, then I'll just go with you.
Yeah. I mean, again,
that's why I said that by the time the flights come out, especially if they come out in May, I mean, if I have a whole nother month, I will know by then.
I think they'll come out probably mid-April. If I'm really being honest, I think
I'm just going with what Frontier has told me. They come out in May, so hopefully they come out before then. But I will most likely know by then. So, and if I don't, then I'll make a decision. But I will most likely know.
Whenever, wherever, we will be together. I'll be there and you'll be near. All right.
I did tell him, I'm like, there is a week in June we could go that we could see Penn and Teller and Weird Al on back-to-back days. He's like, there is. I'm like, yes. The only thing is we'd have to probably pay a lot to see Weird Al because it's sold out. But if I went then, I mean, I'm not going. I'm figuring out how to get in there.
Yeah,
if it's all possible. I will not gamble. No, I won't. I will. But if we got some sort of comp, it would help so much, obviously, right? So
yeah, I mean, again, that's why I'm looking. That's why I'm looking when I am, man. That's when, like, usually I find the biggest deals is, it sucks weather-wise, but I could still get you. I could get you a king room at the Excalibur for $300 right now. I don't know. I feel like I'm above even the Excalibur at this point.
You're above the Excalibur, but you go to the Rio. Everyone I hear
Yeah.
Excalibur's here, Rio's here. Everyone says that. The thing about Excalibur is just outdated and old. This is clean though. It's clean and it's fine and the service is good.
And
Rio
that's
had
why
you literally had blood on your sheets and told me the hotel wasn't bad, which is classic Ray Hycliffe logic. But
it's pest control guy shit. Where you're like, I don't see roaches, so we're fine.
When I asked you how it was, and you're like, yeah, it's all right. I'm like, if you say that, I'm like, that means everybody else is like, this place is a dump.
Probably, to be honest. I'm
It
not
actually
saying.
surprises me that you won't go to Circus.
No,
Sure,
because
some
I've
sort of
been
standard.
inside Circus my first time there. It ruined the whole. It was sad. Like there was like this.
It does seem sad, not just because it's like old and dirty. It just seems just the vibe.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
didn't put off a good vibe at all.
Bad circus. I mean, back in the day,
Worse.
it was probably good circus, but now it's like weird, like carnies walking around and shit. Like
When you crave the insane clown posse over Circus, that's when you know it's bad. Like
before that place closes, I want ICP to have a residency there.
that would be so dope. They'd be in the amusement park. They should be in the amusement park. Like, how do you mean where they go?
Playing acoustically in the steakhouse.
I'm talking about homies. Homies.
I don't understand that joke because I don't know any of their music because I'm not a psycho. But yeah,
I'm probably buying tickets tomorrow. They're like $45.
yeah, do it. I'm actually bummed there's no concerts that I'm going to yet. I got into concerts that will probably be in Vegas.
Yeah,
that week, September, also the Eagles are playing at the Spear, which would be really cool, but it won't be cheap.
No, it'll be like maybe on the low end $5.
No, $3. If you get them when they go on sale, which unfortunately they go on sale like in a week. I take that back. They go on sale this weekend. So that's the unfortunate part. Part of me thought about just buying them, sitting on them, see what happens. You can always sell them, but I don't really have the money to do that. I don't have $600 to just sit on for a minute.
I make no plans. I will say something that really made me giggle about, speaking of the Las Vegas like comedy community. I saw some kind of like contest somebody's running for like female next headliner in Las Vegas or some shit.
Okay.
Tim, what would you do in this situation?
Quit.
When they ask you to vote for a fucking thing and then charge you $5
Wait, to vote online?
Yeah.
You have to pay $5 to vote online?
Yeah.
What kind of fucking scam is this?
I don't know.
It's 100% a scam. Well, how could it not be a scam? It's a scam.
Yeah, dude. Full on money grab scam. Because like
maybe we
claiming...
should start doing this. How about... I'm gonna claim that I'm opening a comedy club down here, right? And I'm looking for headliners. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna make people send in videos, and then but to vote you have to pay money, and then all of a sudden, the plans fell through. Sorry.
Well, they claim it's also that part of it goes to that like the prize money in the contest or whatever.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'll put that in there too. But in the fine print, it's like, yeah, this all could go fucking belly up, and we say fuck it. Just let you know.
Nah. All funds may be collected to keep losses or whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
When I saw that, I fucking shit my pants. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, people? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Like, you can't even ask people to do that as a comedian.
No.
Like, there's like 4 people I would ask to do that.
In the comment section,
I feel bad.
In the comment section, I did put.
It's wild how many comedy scams you see though on the internet. You see, but now we can usually spot them. But a lot of them are like festivals that are just gonna they're gonna be garbage and are probably just money grabs, just to get fees from people. And that may or may not ever happen. It probably won't happen. Those happen all the time, but this is another one. Sheesh.
Yeah, dude, it's wild the amount of people that could like the shadiest of shade. I thought pro wrestling when I was doing that was shady as fuck.
Did you see that Sam Miller video?
Which one?
Did I send it to you? I sent it
No.
to you. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm almost positive I said it to you. You just didn't watch. Anyway, he's on a podcast and he's talking about how he was like when he started like headlining, he would be headlining bar shows, and there's a comedian that he didn't name, but he said he would call the venues and be like, have you seen this guy Sam Miller before? And some people would say, yeah, we've had him before. He's great, and he wouldn't say anything. He'd hang up. Or I guess he was emailing people. But if they said no, but we've heard good things, he would send an email back. He's like, hey, I usually don't do this, but I've heard some things from other venues, and apparently he's not actually funny. He says he can do this much time, but he can't. He's not a real headliner. He's just bamboozling people. And I usually wouldn't do this, but just coincidentally, I happen to be available that night. So if you want a real comedian, you could hire me instead. And he was doing it to all this dude's gigs.
Dude.
But the best part, apparently, according to the story, is that no one fell for it. Everybody just got back to him, and they're like, dude, this guy's trying to fucking snipe your gigs.
Dude, that's nuts.
And it's just,
I would never do that to another comedian ever, man.
no. And it is fucked up. But however, I was thinking, I'm like, if somebody did that in like any other business, like especially like this happens too, and I think and it is a dick move. People like calling like if you had a show at a venue, you're doing like a either an open mic or like a showcase or something, and I went there and I'm like, how much is she charging you, man? Of that much? I'm like, dude, I can do this for this much. People do that shit too, and it's fucked up, and you should never do it. However, in any other business, it's just business. So you're like, hey, they're redoing your cabinets for how much? Dude, I can redo them for this much, right? And it's still a dick move, but people would just be like, well, that's just business, man. You know, free market. It's how we do things. But
to undercut somebody is
still a dick move. But in comedy,
that's a dick move in any kind of fucking business, though. Like,
right. And plus, you're not going to get much respect from it. Like
that's how Rockefeller, I think, got fucking Standard Oil. Was he undercut every single fucking oil manufacturer in the fucking Midwest?
But I do say maybe I'm just saying. I guess when it comes to entertainment, it's different, or at least we feel like it should be different, but does it have to be? I mean, it should be. It should be. In that situation, it should be. Because you're talking about like a bar gig that you're getting paid $50 for, right? And the guy's like, I can only pay this guy 30. Then, and you do hope that if that happened, that people would not do that guy's show. No
hey, D-Rest.
Yeah, sure.
The people who do that shit come from the corporate world. They don't. They're fucking white. They're black ties that try or think they're funny, and then apply their fucking drive. And
I'm thinking of one right now. I got one in my head. One guy in my head, or maybe it's a woman. I can't say for sure.
It ain't me, so
no, no, it's not you. It's not you, and you know who it is. It's someone who they think they're funny. Never have been. That's not really the point. The point isn't how funny they are. It isn't really. But then they just got into the business part and fucked a lot of people over. And a lot of people do not like them. And even the people who do work for this person eventually say that fuck that person.
Is it in a certain small town?
I mean, it's bigger than the town I live in, but yes.
Near a BW3s, I think.
Every town is near a BW3s, but yes.
Yeah, that person. And
the fact that he was never a good stand-up really doesn't have anything to do about it. Really.
No, but this
is a business thing more than it's a comedy thing. But
yeah, this person.
But it's just another thing to add on if you hate him. Man, he's fucking not funny.
Is the city
Right.
Here's my question: is the city really into football?
Only high school football.
That's what I'm saying. At one point, did they not, or may have owned a tiger in captivity?
I cannot confirm nor deny that. But if they did, I would assume PETA would be pissed.
Would the name of the club sound like Broken Cauldron?
Again, I can confirm nor deny.
Okay. Fuck that guy, by the way. Fuck him.
And the truth is, he's never fucked me over personally, but he has fucked my friends over.
That's
enough.
what really pissed me off. And he tried to do that with me once, and and then he never really talked to me afterwards. After I told him I couldn't do it.
There was one time a year or two ago that I really thought about just going up there for this open mic just to check it out. I'm like, yeah, just go. It's not a big deal. Only get some stage time. Not a big deal.
I'll stop doing this show with you if you ever walk in fucking.
I
swear
still
to God.
curious to go in there, but then
I don't care.
Then he posted something. Don't tell me what to do. But although that being said, I'm probably not doing it. But I posted something. I don't know what it was, but just something that made me go, oh, "This fucking no, I'm not.
Yep,
not doing it." It was just some backhanded thing about people I do care about. So it was just like, you fucking stop.
Yeah, he's
the only real comedy club in the area. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
People think I'm a piece of shit. That motherfucker has done.
You're not a piece of shit like that. No, you would.
Well, I was gonna say he's done more damage
right
to the Cleveland comedy scene and also the Akron comedy scene than I could ever possibly dream of doing on my own. Like, fuck that
say
guy.
what you will about Ray Hacklack, but you would never. I don't think you would ever do that to people like that.
No, I would never take advantage of people like that.
Business
ever.
Yeah, I know. It's not.
I feel bad for the disciples, like the people that down in a certain city that has a Hall of Fame. Like, I feel bad for them.
And also, like, I look at. I'm not saying he never has anyone good, but like I look at his lineups, and I don't ever know who any of these people are.
Half of it's fucking lies on the fucking thing of like Comedy Central. It's like, bitch, I saw that dude fucking bomb at a bar in Willoughby. Fuck you.
Comedy Central did have this show back in the day where they have like, it was like a half an hour of just like clips, and it would have like 20, 30 comics on it. And
yeah.
Like, someone would get like a one joke in, and then that was their credit. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use that as a credit. Bill Squire had one of those at one point back in the day, but it was like it was a 10-second, clip. But that like, that's the Comedy Central comedians he's getting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that none of them are funny. I mean, Bill Squire's great, but Bill won't play there. So,
as he shouldn't. I would lose all respect for Bill if he did that place. I would. Like, you're going against fucking family and tradition in this town. I know comedians we're like family that stabs each other in the fucking back constantly. I get that. But have decorum against somebody who is a total prick. Like, well, fuck that.
Less and less of the local comics I know even play there anymore. The ones that used to don't anymore. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them don't.
Okay.
Some do, but a lot don't. Because that guy finally fucked up enough that they're like, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
And also, like, it wasn't even the fact that someone opened a comedy club in Massillon. It was because that guy did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also tried to buy the funny stuff, apparently, or looked into it
multiple times. He has sent people multiple times to her.
Well, they sniff it out every time. Like he would have to. I don't know if there isn't a number, but the number would have to be insane, way more than they would ever get from anyone else.
He is a fucking snake, and like, luckily, again, I'm not the greatest human being in the world. We've established that from the beginning of the episode today. But like,
that's been the ongoing theme.
The ongoing theme of this show, really.
Yeah, the show today, mostly today.
But it's I couldn't expect half the shit this guy thinks of himself of me. Even like
Does he know
if
who
I
you
was
are?
on top and fucking thing, I would still have imposter syndrome and treat everybody like, at least friends when we're in company. Other times you can be like, fuck that guy, but like, don't make a scene. Don't be an asshole online. Like,
I was thinking this, like,
unless you're friends, then fuck with them and then piss them off.
I was thinking this, and I don't expect it to happen, obviously, but I do think like now I could handle being somewhat famous. If I did it in my 20s, it's possible I would do dumb stuff or be an asshole, possibly, if that happened. But now I think I'd be completely fine. Like now I know better. I know better than to fucking be a piece of shit and shit like that. It's possible that in my 20s I would let it get to my head, but now I don't think I would. At least not very much. So,
I got a question for you, Tim.
mm,
Feel free to say what is ever on your mind. Open,
oh gosh.
whatever the fuck. Imagine me with internet fame at like 25.
Oh, you wouldn't be here.
I'd be dead.
Nah. You're not the only one of my friends. I mean, Alan was in a band. We talked about this. My friend Alan has been on the show. He was in a band. If that band got big, I don't think he'd be here either. I know what he was doing when he was like playing just at his college. So like, I'm like, there's fucking no way, dude. Although, I mean, there are plenty of people who made it through that, but I'm just saying.
I would have been Bender when he was a human on Futurama. My last words were "woo," and that was just air escaping from my fat folds. If I was fucking internet famous, I would have been a terror, a fucking terror, like bad. Yeah. Millions of dollars at my disposal at 25. Fuck. Dog. Now I'm looking at fucking high yield interest fucking bank accounts. So I can like
imagine if you were Marcelo at 25.
Which, dude?
Fuck, dude.
How long ago was that? I shared a memory today on my Facebook at Ray Highclag. If you want to follow me on thing. Hold on, let me look at my memories here. I have a memory from Cleveland Cleveland Brewing Company.
Maybe
Is the ones that do the Christmas ale.
It's Great Lakes.
Great Lakes. Let me see here. Where is it? No. Oh, there it is. 6 years ago, I took a picture from the bar upstairs where Bill was doing a show. And Marcelo is doing his Mark Hearns joke in the photo 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Insane to think that boy now is one of the biggest stars in comedy, and I love him for it. Like, I love and respect his hustle, and we'll never say a bad word about Marcelo, piece of shit. But no, I'm kidding.
Again, the only thing that was surprising about him doing what he's doing now is just thinking that somebody you knew, because it just seems like that's a different world, right? Until you know someone who's in it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know him well, I didn't know Marcelo that well. I mean, we did some shows and stuff, and I've talked to him a couple of times. But I didn't see him a ton. But just the only surprising thing is that someone that you did shows with would be on SNL someday. That's the only surprising part. Not that it's him specifically. That's him specifically is not surprising at all.
I don't rule that out with anybody.
I don't rule it out because of who they are. I just rule it out because of I'm like, you're from fucking Cleveland, dude. That's not going to happen to you. Shit like that doesn't happen to you. You know how long it took me to realize that people things. I said this before. I don't really know how to explain it. I never really explain it well, but I never even understood that someone could just that it's possible to have those kinds of jobs. Even like jobs, I always thought that any job you couldn't get unless at least you had a degree in college. So when I didn't get a degree in college, I'm like, I'm never going to be in a writer. You can't be a comedy writer on these shows without having a degree. You can't do any of this. I don't know. I think also when I graduated in 06, we were still telling kids that, right? You can't do shit unless you have a college degree, because it was still kind of true then. I mean, it wasn't never completely true, but it's more true than it seems to be now. I don't know. I just never thought that it was possible that someone from like my situation could do anything like that. And it took me a while to be like, you can just fucking pursue this shit. That's like something you can do. And I never even crossed my mind that was possible. I know that doesn't make sense. Like, you should always know that you could always do whatever you want, but I never actually thought that like you could just go fucking do it. You can, and you're gonna fall on your face, but you can fucking do. Not until I started stand up that I realized you can just go for shit. Didn't even know that.
Yeah, you and I, and again, this comes from, I think, more of where you came from, where it was you do what you do, you don't step outside the lines, and you're just like a small town mentality.
Right.
From me, who like found out online. Luckily, I had internet when I was 18. Like, if I didn't have internet at 18, one, I wouldn't have discovered the fact that fucking, Faces of Death and all those fucking things existed. And then I found the Improv was doing that open mic. And it showed me immediately. And I found out about Bella Dubby. I never went to Bella Dubby. I should have. But I was 18 and I was scared. Like, I was like, I'm going to go to the Improv and just like do it the Improv. I always wanted to do stand up, and I knew you could do open mics because of O&A, because you would hear the comedian stories and shit. Like, I always knew it was a possibility, but I just never had the balls to really try to do it. And then when I did it when I was 18, I pissed off a bunch of Christians at a Christian coffee shop that I didn't realize was a Christian coffee shop.
Is there video of this?
No, this was before camera phones.
Wish there was.
I'll never forget there was an old dude telling me how to do stand-up.
Those are always fun.
And he was like, I'm a Christian and I play sympathy for the devil. And I'm like, oh, God, you don't get comedy at all, do you? Okay. Yeah.
That's his act?
Yeah, kind of. He does like songs
presses
and shit.
Play.
Dude, he looked like if Alex Jones did meth for years. For years, kid. It was fucking wild.
Gonna look like when my jaw falls apart.
No. You have wider shoulders. He had very small. He looked like a cartoon character. Like, I would draw his circular head on like a paper thin body with like scrawny arms. Like, that's how that dude look. And that place is now a Mexican restaurant.
I thought you were gonna say meth house.
I wish it would give me more of a story.
What's that? That line in the Arthur remake with Russell Brand? Nick Nolte is talking about his daughters. She once took a crack house and turned it into a condo, and then Russell Brand's like, that's funny. I once did the exact opposite. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's I once did the exact opposite.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. It was actually pretty funny. I don't know if everybody liked it, but it was pretty funny.
I didn't see it. I've seen the OG Arthur, but it's been a very long time since I've seen the OG Arthur. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
It's just fun how like hard of an alcoholic he is in it. Like it's a comedy, and it's like, he's like it's like light and funny, but then he's just like crushing makers, and it's a real problem.
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Just the women.
Yes.
Oh, one of my favorite lines from even Family Guy. Like, I found out about that from Family Guy before I watched Arthur. And I'm like, I need to watch this movie, and I loved it. So,
I just watched today the newest episode of Family Guy.
What do you think about Family Guy? I haven't watched Family Guy in so
it's-
long.
It's still funny, dude. It's still really funny. I mean, because they have great writers on there, and it's still fun. And now, so the jokes are just, they're now, it's just because they have younger writers now, and then it's just like in this episode, Dave Portnoy character was there judging Stewie and Chris's pizza shop.
I got a 1-bite challenge.
Yeah, and he did he's like go to under carriage. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. He's like, after I give this review, you're gonna have the line down the block of UFC fans and insurrectionists.
I want to do my Dave Portnoy impression, but I want to tell a pizza place like I'm gonna do this and mention you just to let you know, and it doesn't reflect. But I want to, because I've watched enough of those where it's like, fucking, we're trying this place here. And it's okay. It's got crunch.
I think somebody comes by and like you give them a slice and you're talking to them casually and they casually admit that they murder 16 people and he just walks off and like shit like that.
Yeah,
I've killed my whole family. I'm not currently on the run. Could you not put my face? Thanks, man. Thanks. I give it a 6.4.
That would be fun. That would actually, that would, yes. You'll get a writer's credit now on that sketch.
But yeah, I think it would be funny if this. I'm surprised SNL has done something like that. Yeah. It's that it's one thing that it's just him, but I think it'd be the funniest part would be if like ridiculous things happen when he's doing the pizza review, because sometimes they do, and that's the best ones. My favorite one.
What about Dave Portnoy talking about abortion clinics?
I don't think that's
like rating them where it's like 5.4. The doctor really didn't make eye contact.
No,
well,
no, don't do that. One sock review.
Yeah, it's one sock. It didn't. They barely got the baby out. Like how did they had to use a hanger? Like what? I could have did this at home.
Just one. Everybody knows the rules.
Yes, it's in, vibrated out, suck. We're done.
However, slightly lighter, still probably funny. Prostitute reviews. One pump. Everybody knows the rules.
Yes.
She's just sitting there, and he's like, "Okay, hooker review."
There's two of them. You have to have two of them. One's like a really good one, where it's like, bro, have you ever had a woman that tasted like salted chocolate, and it was good?
It's just the best I've ever had. It's in the conversation.
Yeah, that'd be like the third or fourth, but like the second one is like mind blowing, and those are the standards. And then all of a sudden you're like kind of mid, where you're like, she gave good head. Like I don't know what to tell you. She was fine. She four dirty panties out of 5.
Look at this. Oh, that's a good football pussy.
Oh, I love it. It looks like an Arby's sandwich. It's great.
I don't know how well it would do, but it might be funny.
Anything Dave Portnoy reviews that's kind of out there would be fun.
I think the funniest way to do it, and the way it would work the best, was if you didn't really make fun of him as much as you just made fun of the videos. You didn't really go after him as
that's
much.
What I would do.
After, like the weird shit that happens in his videos. Like don't make him come off any weirder than he already is. He already is enough. So don't really parody him as much as you're parodying the videos and the shit that happens in his videos.
Yeah, where people just walk by.
Right. Someone's walking by casually with a corpse, shit like that.
Where are you going with that body bag? Nowhere. It's fine. Oh, okay. Anyway, though, look at this pepperoni. Look at this pepperoni right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
he goes into a
Perfectly
shop.
cut like the
He goes
body
into
in
the
that
shop.
bag.
There's like an old dude who's been cooking that pizza forever. He's giving him the whole story, and you hear like screams in the background. He's like, what's that? It's like, what's what? What's what? You know, and he found out there's like there's like girls chained up in the basement or some shit.
I need to start watching Dave Portnoy pizza reviews so I can get it
Is this a
down.
front for prostitution? What? No. We've been here since 1958, man. We just do pies.
You just hear careless whisper upstairs.
Okay.
It's that was yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I mean, we're here, we're having a slice. Hey, you're Dave Portnoy, and dude has like fucking a head in his hand. Like, where'd you get that? Looks interesting. Here's my card.
Yeah, but people telling like the story of the pizzeria and like adding really weird shit in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I started with my stepdad taught me how to make pies. He molested me, but he made good pies. What?
He made. If it wasn't for my dad molesting me, I wouldn't be making pizza the way I do today.
That's true. They raised the rent on us. They raised the rent on us. We have to share it with this bordella.
Yeah. No, the Asian foot massage is upstairs.
No,
it pays the rent for here.
It's like just like gross hookers walking people into the back walk-in as they're making pizzas. We had to subsidize the income.
We sublet upstairs. We had to. Madam Sway is very cool. She gives everybody weed every week.
There you go.
Yeah, I like
her
that idea.
honor, we had our number one seller, the General So's pizza. That sounds awesome, actually.
I think honestly, it starts with the review, and then we walk in and like tour, and that's when
I wouldn't even call the character Dave Portnoy. I call him just like I don't know, like John Porter or something like that. But you're not ripping on him. You're just ripping on the videos, and I think that's funny. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like
always, like weird shit happens in him all the time.
Do it in 2 parts. Yeah. 2 parts. You do like 2 minutes, like he does the thing, and then like another like maybe 8 fucking doing like
I do love the thought of like they're taking him in the back, they're showing him how they make the pizzas, they're telling the story, and there's just like a gross woman walking a guy back to the walk-in because they have to
in a pup mask.
They have to, yes, because they have to. They can't pay their rent, so they have hookers go. They give
the sex dungeon is in freezer 3. We sublet her fucking freezer. It's the only one that's not refrigerated.
One video, one guy video. He's doing one outside the shop, and a guy comes by. He talks to the guy. They're eating pizza, whatever. The guy seems a little strange, but it doesn't say anything specific. Then the next video, you see like a wanted poster just walk by for that exact guy who was just talking about. Talking to. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna yes. I need to make this happen somehow, some way, and I can probably make some calls in Little Italy to make that happen. But Tim, real quick, talk to everybody because I have to pee.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Bro Plot on today, Tuesday, the 25th of March, year of our Lord, 2025. I think next Tuesday I'm going to be doing the show from Pennsylvania. I haven't told Ray that yet. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to be doing the show, but I'm going to go visit my family. I think I got to drive out there. I live in Northeast Pennsylvania. It's like 6 hours from here, but I'm due to go see them. I got to go see them. And this weekend I'm going to a softball tournament. My niece starts playing, and she's playing inside. It means it's gonna probably be annoying. It's gonna be cramped. There's like one field. It's like in a warehouse. It's weird. Weird. I never played baseball inside. That wasn't really a thing, at least not around here when I was growing up. Um, youth sports has changed a lot. Talk about that a lot. It has. Anyone have kids in youth sports now? Is it different from when you were in it? Of course it is, especially if they're competitive. Are they playing in any kind of travel league? It's insane. My niece last calendar year, played 99 games last year. 99. Uh she turned 11 in July. She played 99 games last year. She will probably play about the same this year, if not more. Is that not wild? It's crazy. And I like to go to the tournaments because they're fun. And her team's good. Excuse me. I think it's a blast. For the most part. I mean, it is the family's whole life. Softball season. That's all they do. Like, what else do they do? It's everything they do is dictated by the sports season. And I feel like that's every sports parent now, right? Unless you're just playing some rec league. However, rec league's dying. There's some places that rec leagues don't even exist anymore. At least definitely not in the fashion they used to be. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm talking like I'm 100 years old, but I'm 37. But like when I played, it was like $20 for the whole season, and that was it. And you played like 12 games, and then that was it. It's not like that now. And every kid has their own bat. I mean, when I played, and granted, I wasn't playing at a high level, and I wasn't very good, but like we had 3 bats that like the whole team used. And if one kid had a bat, everybody used it. There was like I don't remember a kid being like, "Don't use my bat." That wasn't a thing. If you had a bat, everyone knew that like that was a team bat. Now anyone could use this bat. Not the case. I mean, there's 10 kids on my niece's team, and they each have a bat, actually multiple bats. But yeah, there's at least 10 bats in every dugout, and that's like $4,000 worth of 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Like, it's a lot of money. It's crazy. I mean, the bats are awesome, but it's nuts how much money they put into it. Now that said, they do a lot of fundraisers and shit. I talked about the one that I helped them with, the comedy show one that they made like $5,000, and that's pretty sweet. They're going to Myrtle Beach, right? They live in Ohio. They're going to Myrtle Beach in the summer to play in a tournament. Obviously that's expensive for everybody, right? And I'm not going. I'm going to other tournaments, but I'm not going to Myrtle Beach. Can't swing that. I mean, I could if I didn't want to go to Vegas, maybe, but I'd rather go to Vegas. So, also, I asked them, do they not have tournaments in Vegas? They do. They have plenty. They have good, high quality, high competition tournaments in Vegas. Why can't they go to Vegas? Can't drive to Vegas? Okay, maybe. That's true. I mean, you could. It'd take a whole day, but yeah. Anyway, I would like to get some people on here to talk about youth sports and what the hell's going on with it, and if it's good or bad. I mean, it's both, but I think it. Kids are getting priced out, which is unfortunate. That should never ever happen. Kids just can't play sports anymore because their families can't afford. Like, there used to be an option for that. There'd be like some sort of rec league or something that, like I said, either it was like $20 or. If your family literally couldn't do $20, they do something, they figure it out, right? Like, it's not a thing anymore, right? If you can't, I don't know. Although I do think if you have so much natural talent, the somebody will find money for you to play if you're really, really good. But it's not always the case, right? And isn't the case when you're trying to develop skills in a sport. But yep, a lot of families can't afford to put their kids in even the normal local leagues anymore, if they even exist. So it's very unfortunate. It's been a problem for a while. It's going to continue to be a problem. However, there are people in certain communities that do their best to try to combat that. I will say that where I live, my niece's travel coach also runs the rec league, and they try to keep that from happening. It's a lot. I don't know how much it is for play rec, but it's like 50 or 60. It's kind of the equivalent of what $20 would have been when I was a kid ish. and that's a lot cheaper than a lot of places because they don't want to price kids out. So they're doing a decent job. We do have good rec leagues around here because people try hard to keep them in place. They're different than they used to be. Like they're all like combined now. It used to like every little town around here had their own league, and now they're all combined into one league because they had to. But it is what it is. And travel ball is something. I don't know. My biggest problem with travel sports, because you guys are asking, I know people stumbling apart. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Doesn't matter. Ray told me to talk to people. This is what I decided to talk about. All right. What a problem with travel sports is that a lot of times, not everybody, not always, but a lot of times, kids just get left behind so quickly. Like, if you're not one of the most athletic 7-year-olds in the area, you just get left off, right? And then maybe you find a team, maybe you won't. If you do, I don't know if you're gonna have any kind of coaching, and I just it wasn't like that. Back in the day, you just you show up and they put you on a team for whatever reason, sometimes randomly, and maybe you get the good coach.
Like I said, he's
Okay, Tim, I hate to interrupt you, and I really hate to bring all this down.
But you're going to.
I have to, because I have to be honest about what's going on right now.
Did you shit yourself?
No, I wish it was that right now, Tim. But my mom is apparently having a health issue right now. An ambulance is on the way that I called. So
okay, yeah, let's wrap it up. No big deal. I mean,
hopefully I apologize for cutting it short, but
no,
honestly,
fine,
this is actually going on right now, and
that's
I feel
much more
like I should
important.
tend to this better.
100%. Yeah,
than anything
no problem.
else. I'm gonna have to take tomorrow off. So,
all right, man.
If anything, we can reconvene tomorrow or do whatever. But
we'll
just
be
came
back
up as I was
Thursday.
going to go to the bathroom. So
okay, all right, yeah, you do what you need to do, man. I'll see you on Thursday.
We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Let me know what's
Apologize for
happening,
cutting it
though.
short, but adulting is happening, and we have to kind of deal with it. So
there never was a reason. Yeah, okay, all good, man. Just
all
let me know
right,
what's
guys,
going on.
love you. We'll talk to you Thursday. We will definitely be here Thursday. So thank you guys, and we'll see you at the Kumite.